Hey Internet, it's Chris Dyer here at Reborn Martial Arts in Springfield, Virginia, and today we're going to be talking about Achilles attacks. Let's do it. Alright, so for those of you out there that don't know, Achilles is the mythical Greek warrior in ancient times mentioned in the Iliad, known as and mythically, he was known for having invulnerability. His mother Thetis dunked him in special waters that made him invulnerable, except for where she was holding him, right at this spot right here, the Achilles tendon, which is where it gets its name. So we are going to be looking at how to attack it, ways that we lock it up, do damage to it, and we're going to start from the ground and work our way up. So let's look at some techniques. All right, here we are. We're down here. Let's talk about the Achilles. So what we're looking at is this large tendon right in the back of his leg. So we're going to start down to the ground, like I said, and work our way up. So from here, we get common ankle or Achilles locks. So what we're actually doing is taking our arm and we're putting it right here on the Achilles tendon, and we're using our arm as a point around which we're going to roll, causing tons and tons and tons of pain in the Achilles tendon. So I'm going to do it facing you guys. So we're here. One of the common things that ends up happening if you get down here and you start locking him up. So I'm get my push back like this. I like putting a leg here or creating space using this other leg, and then we just kind of dig in here. So if you notice, my arm is in this position. I'm kind of locking him up. We got a couple things going wrong here. One, I'm on the calf muscle, which, you know, really good people can deal with this type of pain, and it's not really going to get them to tap out. So we really want to focus on getting back to the Achilles when we're doing these techniques, and we're hyperextending the foot and squeezing into the actual tendon itself. So if we do this technique, really want to sit back as we do it and glide my arm along the back of his leg until I get into that actual tendon, and then start squeezing back. Okay, so we're going to be here. He'll tap when he gets there, over there, and we start squeezing back until we cause discomfort. There. Other big thing is I left it a little bit loose. Mike can easily wiggle around and start getting different directions. So like roll this way, and you would want to actually change the angle that your body's going if you're shooting for this. So you have to play around with some of the angles and whatnot. If you find yourself, and Mike's wearing some pretty big shoes here, so it's going to be even harder for me to tap him out on doing this. So we lock him up there. And if I'm really having a hard time getting this arm in place, you can actually work on another technique where I'm going to bend through here, suture this arm under, and then you get into like figure four sort of thing, and then can get kind of change different angles, get different things. One of the things that you want to focus on though, you have two bones in your forearm. You have your radius and your ulna. So radius back here, ulna is the sharp bone on the top. That's one you're really focusing on when you're doing these types of things, so that you can dig in there more. If you get two bones, it's kind of displacing the energy that you're putting into them. So you really, when you're doing these types of locks, focus on digging in with one of the bones or the other. All right, so this is from the ground. We're in this position. Lock them up, creating some tension, and we're going to cause that tap. Okay, let's move to a standing version. Okay, so like I said, we're going to work our way from the ground up. So how do we get there? So we're in this position. We had just taken Mike to the ground. We're going to work our way there in just a second. But same thing from the standing position. So I have my arm wrap under his leg. We've gotten here. I cinch up. I grab onto my own wrist. So I like creating this point of contact through here so that you can see. And then we're from this position slowly, surely sliding up to that Achilles, and then as I stand, he's going to tap through there. So I'm slowly, when I'm practicing with my partner, sliding my arm. I'll go this angle, sliding the arm up until we get into that point of the Achilles, and we're leaning back and we're hyperextending the foot through here, creating pressure in the actual tendon itself, and that's what's going to cause the tap. Now, lots of positions that you can do from here. From this, you know, Mike can easily bring his other leg up and over, so we can do fun things like this, using that tension on the leg to help flip him, all this other stuff, so that It's actually a really, really strong defensive posture for me. I can do strikes of my own from here, obvious ones, crunching down through here while you're still focusing on this grip, which is in this position. So it's actually a really, really good submission if you're on top and they're on the ground. Now let's get them back down there. So hopping up. And we're going to take it from, we'll go this direction first. So now, how did we get there? So we're in some sort of grappling range or wherever it happens to be. And I'm going to step in close. I want to step my left leg behind his leg. Boom. Then from here, we're going to go my left arm in this case to his hip. And then my other arm is going to come down here. So we'll go flip the other side. Right side forward. We end up in this position. When you're doing these types of locks and pulls, you want to focus on making sure that, especially when you're doing leg things, let's do this the wrong way. So let me borrow your leg. Wrong way. I grab behind his knee and I start trying to take him down. If he starts bringing up this knee, this is bad. Bad, 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 bad. I only make it worse by doing this, where I'm bending forward. We can all see that this is really, really bad. So you want to maintain upright structure. You want to have your body upright. You would be leaning in to take weight off of this leg. And then when you do the trap, you're actually going to grab to the tendons behind the leg. You want to push to take weight off this leg, and then we're going to pull. Now Mike's in this position. As we start lowering him down to the ground, we slide. We go sliding up into this position, and here we are. We can trap him this way. We go nice and slow, trap him up until we get there. So that's the standing position. So we're going from, like I said, from the ground, working our way up, going to that Achilles lock. So we have lots of different options. Now, why do we start on the ground? So let's look at this again. So we get into position. I start taking Mike down to the ground. We're here. And we know sometimes things get sloppy. Say I lose my balance and fall or whatever. Now we're back into this position, and we can start working on doing our lock from there. All right? So that's Achilles attacks. I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps. We're going to do way more content like this, so like, subscribe, share, comment below techniques you want us to cover, things like that, things that you're interested in seeing, and we're happy to make more of it. Thanks.